Hey, I heard Stephen A. actually is questioning Kamala Harris and why she's not taking no interviews. Now, this is a man that supports her. Let's see.
Now, Joe Biden stepped aside as the presumptive Democratic nominee on July 21st.
Do the math.
Okay? Now, I'm going to look at this right now. I'm looking at my calendar because I just want to make sure. July 21st was a Sunday. We've had 1 week, 2 weeks,
Count them.
3 weeks, and 1 day since Joe Biden stepped aside. The only damn place we've seen Kamala Harris is at pep rallies. What's up? Somebody got to say something. And it can't just be the conservatives. Right is right. I'm talking to my sister here. Come on now. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. You got my vote. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. What you hiding for? And I mean hiding in plain sight. Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. Now, you can't be running for the presidency of the United States. Not one single press conference. Not one single one-on-one sit-down interview where somebody gets to question you about the questions that we ask. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Let's stop it right there because I got to cook up on this, man.
Let him cook.
I got to cook up on this.
Let him cook now.
Let me go and get over
Let
here.
him cook. I said let him cook.
Wow. Interesting. Someone that is going to vote for Kamala Harris, who admits it, because he already said he was going to vote for Kamala Harris, is saying that she needs to take interviews. This right here was quite refreshing to hear, right? Even though I think that they're still just voting on identity politics. But I think the pressure is on now. Donald Trump's campaign and J.D. Vance, they're geniuses. You know why they're geniuses? Because they are the ones that were pushing this whole thing from the beginning and noticing that she wasn't taking interviews. Pushed it. J.D. Vance went to the plane when Kamala Harris was getting off to talk to her reporters and say, why are you guys not asking her real questions? Why is it that she's been here for X amount of days and she hasn't done one interview and blah, blah, blah. And then now CNN is now saying the same exact thing.
Sensational.
So this means, and see that the liberals, this whole CNN, they're not going to talk about this, but this is a very smart strategy by the Trump campaign. They have now put the pressure on the Harris team to now take questions. Stephen A. Smith, who I think is off on a lot of things, I think because he's a journalist, he's talking from this perspective. And he's saying that you do need to sit down and answer tough questions. You do. And the American people deserve it. But see, this is the problem, Democrats, is that this party is not an ethical party. They are not for democracy. See, they scream and they tout Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, but they just overthrew your own president, right? The president of the United States. They were going to invoke the 25th Amendment on him if he did not step down. They were literally going to bully this man, bully him. And then they selected Kamala Harris to just slide in place in the machine. And she had no primary votes. Unpopular. And they told you that you guys are going to rock with her regardless of how we feel. And even though 14 million people voted for Joe Biden and then 81 million people voted for him in the election, we're going to choose who we think you deserve.
Audio Jungle.
This is the same party that when he's saying that she needs to sit down and answer questions, they don't respect the process or democracy. They do not. But back to my point. I love what I'm seeing here because just from a standpoint of just fairness, if you have J.D. Vance who sits down on like he did last Sunday, sits down, takes 3 interviews from 3 opposing news stations, CNN, I think it was News Nation, and there was another station. He sat in one space and answered nothing but tough questions. And they weren't all from Fox News. Well, none of them were Fox News. And then you have Kamala Harris, like he said, going to pep rallies, saying the same scripted speech, talking to everybody that's already there for her in this comfortable environment. How are we supposed to know how you handle pressure? How are we supposed to be confident that when you're at a table full of world leaders that you're not stuttering and giving nothing but word salads? You should be cooking up some word salad, don't she? Just word salad, nothing but dressing on it, just full of dressing. So much dressing you can't even eat the salad. She give up so much word salad. This is a fair question. Why are you not taking actual tough questions from your reporters? She's ducking and dodging. And even Stephen A. This is why I really believe that like Stephen A. like deep down somewhat might be more independent or might lean a little bit more conservative. I think he wants to, but I don't think he can because he would lose so many people on the show. But he would gain a lot of real ones like myself. This is real. I love what Stephen A. said right here. Stop hiding from the media. It has been, and he even said it's been over 3 weeks. CNN is pressuring the campaign. Like literally, one guy asked the lady, well, it sounds like she has time in her schedule to do a sit down. And you know what I've heard from 3 different people about this? And it was one person on Facebook that I responded to. They made all these excuses. Well, she's only been there for 3 weeks. She needs time. Give her time. Man, get up out of here. If Donald Trump was ducking interviews, it would be front page news. But you know what's funny? And you know what they're not, you know what the Democratic Party's not calculating? Donald Trump on Elon Musk did millions of views. He went on Aiden Ross, did millions of views. His rallies are doing very well. People are tuning in like a magnet to Trump when he speaks. It's an event. When Kamala Harris has a rally, people aren't tuning in on YouTube to listen to her rallies live. They'll just catch the last part of it because they're all scripted. She's not saying anything about policy and she's just Trump bashing. People are not gravitating towards Kamala Harris like they are with Trump. One thing I can respect about the Trump campaign, unbiasedly speaking, is that at least they're able to take questions and tough questions from people that are not particularly fans of the Trump or the MAGA side. You know what that shows me? As a person who will answer a tough question, it shows me that you're not afraid. You're not afraid of saying the wrong things or standing on business, as we say.
Audio Jungle.
They're going to stand on, let me say it the right way, right? The Trump campaign, Trump and JD Vance are standing on business. All right? They are standing on business because they're like, listen, man, bring all your questions that you want. I'm here. This is what we stand on. This is what we believe. And these are our policies. We are confident about our policies. What I'm seeing is that she's not confident about her policies because she doesn't have any. And when you have nothing to talk about, you try to skate your way across. I love the pressure that's being put on by the media. I can finally say the media, not just Fox News. You got Stephen A. You got even other Democrats that are saying that she needs to do a sit-down interview, answer questions. CNN is pressing. We're actually having real media news press her. Let me tell you what you guys are going to find. I'm going to get up this video. This is what you're going to end up finding out about your favorite candidate, Kamala Word Salad Harris Emhoff, right? Married to Doug Emhoff. That's her married name. She doesn't want to go by that. What you're going to find out about Kamala Harris, I think you guys are going to be quite surprised once she gets to talking. And I believe the campaign knows that once she starts talking, just like you guys in real life, when someone starts talking that you thought you liked, you're like, oh, whoa, Okay. All right. Stop talking. You're going to find out who she really is. You're going to find out how left her policies are and how unlikable she really is. And so what the campaign is just trying to do is they're trying to keep her in this box. And as long as they can keep her in this box that they can control, they're going to try to do this all the way to November. And I already know what they're going to try to do here, guys. They're going to do this DNC convention. They're going to let her do all these rallies, no interviews, no sit downs, do the DNC, because I believe it's like a week long or something like that. That's a whole week that they can stall. By the time that's over, now we're going to September. What's in September? We got the debate. Trump has agreed to 3 debates. She's only agreed to 1. Why would someone that's scared say, I want to fight you 3 times instead of 1? They're going to try to stall her out to the September 10th debate. Who knows if they try to lie, cheat, and steal during that thing. She's going to agree. She's going to try to agree to 1 debate because she may epically fail. And then guess what? We're going to make our way to October and we're going to try to stall all October. Just stall all October. Hopefully the polls don't go down to where she has to then start doing a media blitz like they did with Joe Biden. But that's the play. That is the play, is to stall and run the clock as much as they can without having her take tough interviews and questions. But I think what's going to happen is the pressure is going to mount. And the pressure is going to mount so much that she's going to have to sit down. And because she's not practicing going through these tough questions, because she's not debating these tough questions, she's going to epically fail and she's going to sound like an amateur when she gets in front of an interview. And people are going to then raise their eyebrow and say, oh, wow, now we see why she hasn't taken interviews. Because last point, right? Last point here.
Sensational.
Don't y'all see a play here? You see what they did to Joe Biden for almost 3.5 years. The media and people out there were telling you, Democrats who could not listen, for 3.5 years that Joe was cognitively declining, the dude was too old, and all of these things. You guys didn't want to listen. Y'all kept taking your information from the media. He's sharp as a tack. He's good. Yeah, Joe is smart. He's moving, he's grooving, all this lying stuff for 3.5 years, hiding behind the media, keeping Joe within this box so that you guys could see him. And then all of a sudden he gets on the national stage with the debate and he gets pummeled, right? Destroyed. And then everyone goes in the Democratic Party, oh my gosh, we're so shocked, as if they did not know, which they did, because they hid him for years. And then as soon as that happened, they're like, we got to replace him. We got to replace him. We got to replace him. Get him out of here. Right? They just like this. They just like this. Get him out of here. All right, cool. She steps up, put her right here. They're doing the same thing with Kamala Harris. They're trying to keep her away. But when she gets exposed to the media, it's going to be too little, too late. And people are going to say, you know what? I'm questioning my vote. Or I'm questioning her. Remember, it's about swing voters and these swing states who are not loyal to any party. They see her get up there and fumble like that. They may say, you know what? I'm not voting for her. Just my observation. They're playing run the clock. That's all they're playing is run the clock out. That's all they're doing. It's not going to work, though. It's already not working. But anyways, let me get off this, man. Let me know y'all thoughts about what Stephen A. said about her answering real questions. Let's get to it. See y'all at work, man. Like I say, after every video, this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work.
It's gonna be a cold